can start. You can stand also. I mean, that's not big. Just give it five mics.
We can pass on.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. You have one more mic, maybe. Okay, since thanks for, all for joining me here again. I think as a final round, maybe I would like to ask each of you in a short notice a personal can be also beyond your professional work, a personal wish or personal vision on what you expect from smart urban mobility to come in the near future. What's your wish and what's you're missing and how you would like to see urban mobility to transform. So maybe I'll start with you.
I can start? Okay, sure. Can you hear me? Yeah. So for me, personally, I am very invested in this idea of green energy and green mobility. I think, and I was really excited to hear that number of 61% of the energy that we are using, that mix is coming from renewables. So that's really a good leap in the overall journey. But for me, it's not anymore an aspiration or an intention that I want to be sustainable. It has also become very economic for us. If you see the numbers, a renewable energy is now way cheaper than coal energy. So all we have to do is kind of create the right avenues, right pipelines for people to access. So I imagine kind of a 10 years journey for India and of course the world, where it can be either as low as 50 paise per unit or maybe free in the next 5-10 years. Green energy is going to be for us. So that's my aspiration and journey.
I think this is very aspirational, and I don't want to spoil the party here, but I have my doubts that that's gonna happen for various reasons. But I think one point is definitely important, that we need to have business cases around it, because that makes sustainability even more attractive. Maybe Rohit, you can share me your views on.
Firstly, thank you for managing all of us so effectively. It's a tough task, so you've done well. Personally, I think the fact that we're talking about making such aspirational things a reality. I mean, look at everything that we've spoken about so far, and is it going to get better? We're talking about flying around in the air with renewable energy, with load balanced. It's just incredible, right? And it is all possible because people are able to put their minds to an idea, take it to fruition, right? And it's a tough journey. It is a really tough journey. And it's amazing that we're able to do this. Personally, I believe that the silver bullet that will take India leaps and bounds ahead of anybody else is education. We have a fabulous system of education. It has a few flaws, as does any system. It's going to get better, but with technology, we can just make that giant leap and just go past everybody else. In order to create more e-planes and more of what you're doing, and what you're doing is just incredible.
Thank you very much.
No, I think first of all, thanks. A great panel, so inspiring to hear from so many diverse areas. So I think there is no doubt that technology is going to play a massive role. The kind of ecosystem and the support that we have to fuel innovation, to drive through AI, and the pace at which things are happening in the exponential way. The trends are happening at much faster than every previous trend as well. So there's no doubt that all of that will change and transform the way we are living in our cities. The one thing we would like to add is, whenever we're thinking about it, how do we make our cities, our systems, etc., a lot more empathetic? I think there is going to be a little bit of a digital divide if we don't include a vast significant portion of the people who have been part of the global ecosystem. So whatever we're designing, whatever we are doing, whatever technology that's coming up, if it can work with a lot more empathy, a lot more inclusiveness, then our cities will become a lot more sustainable.
Yeah, I have.
I was just worried that the phone goes too far away from you, so maybe your vision next.
Okay, everybody is talking about technology, and so even I did the transformation from conventional to the new age, and then probably the future is really, I don't know how it would be, But from my point of view, so now these days you don't have to learn anything from scratch. So you have everything. So the only worry I fear about the future is, are we losing our values? Are we losing our culture at the cost of technology and coping up with digital trend? So my sense of advice or expectation to the future citizens is the values cannot be taught, so it need to be instilled, and then it should come from the home. So someone talk about the change should come from the home. So as technocrats, as entrepreneurs, so we need to leave some values and don't forget the root, because at the end of the day, whatever happens, so the life starts with 0 and then ends with somebody for 100, somebody for 50, for 70, 60. So no one knows, and no technology can predict how long one can live. So it sounds a bit philosophical, but I think we need to strike a balance between the values and the technological transition. So that's my takeaway.
Thank you. Very, very important, very inspiring. I think one important factor also when it comes to sustainability is, which we sometimes don't consider, is that there are studies that the awareness of sustainability and of environment starts only when you have a per capita income which is at least higher than $5,000 per. And right now in India we are at $2,500. That means a key factor to raise awareness and to tackle the issue is to elevate people from poverty and to give them more prosperity, so that they can not only afford but also have the educational level to take sustainability and environmental issues forward. So with that, your vision, please. Yeah.
So personally, I think that I also believe that what we think today will happen tomorrow. So I think the present should be so productive and it should be so unbiased that what we think today, it has to be so powerful that it will happen tomorrow. And what we have learned in our early years, and I think we all were talking that we should not forget our roots. In our roots, we learned that everything will happen. It's required your intention to make it happen. So when I joined insurance company and insurance, so we are just learning that insurance for all by 2047. So everyone should be covered under insurance. Insurance will give you the wing for doing innovation. Ultimately, for innovation, you have to take the risk. And for completing or safeguarding the risk, you require insurance. I think, I hope that in coming future, today I am thinking that it will happen, that all of us will be insured much before than 2047. So that's my vision.
Thank you very much.
So I will also add in that, because right now what we are building, and my personal view is that because insurance right now in this room also everybody must have taken motor insurance, health insurance, enterprise insurance. But right now what we are bringing the changes, how this claim is going to happen and how this claim, a paperless activity can happen, and how can we, when the insurance, whenever the event can occur, the claim can happen at a within T+1 day. That's the only changing as a personally we are going to bring. We as a solution provider from an insurance, I can only give a solution from the insurance point of view, but we have to connect with different enterprises to have a basic solution for every customers or for every enterprises. So we are going to do these changes in the near future, and we are building the climate insurance from India for the world only.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shall I? Yeah. So I think the renewable energies utilization for mobility actually will make sense only if mobility is fast enough. There's just absolutely no point in having electric cars and electric auto rickshaws getting stuck on the roads, and you're just wasting energy. Mobility also actually has to be differentiated from transportation. It's not a fancy word in the third decade of the 21st century that we are using to replace transportation. There is a reason why we are calling it mobility. Mobility is actually user-oriented. Transportation is mode-specific. We have to actually look at the user. If I have to actually go fast, I can't do it on the roads, so there are these metro stations. I don't know if Namayatri, for example, actually does a feeder service to metro stations in a way that you pick an app, you want to go from one place to the other in Namayatri. Namayatri takes you to the nearest metro station and picks you up from the other side, right? Is there an app for that? That is what will actually make fast transportation possible in a more sustainable manner. Coming back to the e-plane that I was talking about, which is another fast way of going from here to there, we expect that batteries will actually get better. We are working on those power cells. We will actually get much longer ranges, which will essentially mean we can do multiple short trips much more when compared to what we can do now, and decrease the downtime on charging and increase the throughput of people and goods per day, as well as also take you to far-flung locations and try to actually make cities a lot more spread out into the countryside where people can actually breathe much more fresh air and get you in and out of cities much faster. Going forward, we expect that we will actually transform aviation to land and take off with much larger aircraft in conventional airports and runways. We expect that metro station rooftops will actually transform into runways in the cities. And there are about 449 airstrips in the country, whereas we have less than about 150 airports. So we need to actually convert all of them into runways. Ubiquitous flying is essentially the mantra that I have in my mind. And ultimately, we will actually also get into Hyperloop, which is very, very sustainable and can get you from Chennai to Bangalore in 15 minutes. And think about cities as interconnected rather than just isolated. And we will work to actually develop what's called as an intercity metro. And these are the things that I think will actually happen in the next 25 years.
Thank you very much. Finally, Akhil.
I'll just make it real quick as well. My aspiration is pretty simple. For the next 10 years, if the PMI levels in metro cities in India drop to precipitously low values, I'll be more than happy. Our mission is to enable that. So whenever I look at a problem statement, I look at it as how do we reduce pollution? Because I think I visited Delhi recently and I was like, I stepped into a smoke chamber. It was just horrible. So my mission is that. I believe the work that we do at Pulse and the work that we're doing with connecting every single energy resource will derive or deliver these outcomes. Like if an e-plane or a Namayatri trip, every ride could be green just by the fact that we're unifying all energy resources. I think that's mission accomplished. So thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much. And now
Okay.
I guess we should not stand longer between us and the coffee. And thank you very much to all the panelists here for your discipline also, I think, and for your valuable insights.